Channel, Kathleen here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite tricks that I just recently started doing to create fuller, thicker looking brows. So if that interests you, continue watching. So this particular trick is really good if you have thinning brows, you have brows that have maybe some gray hair in there, if you have like an old microblading, or your brows just don't stay on, especially like in warmer, humid weather like mine. So what it is I have this Wonderskin. This is the Wonderblading brow gel, and not a brow gel, a brow stain, I should say. And it comes, this is the dark brown, and it comes with a spoolie that looks like so. Can you see that? Up against my skin a little bit better, right? So it has an angled spoolie on there. And when I tell you, when I first saw this, I thought, oh my God, that is so dark. It's going to make my brows pitch black, and I'm going to look ridiculous. I'll look like Angry Bird. But it didn't turn out that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my application. I'm going to share with you how long I leave them on for my particular brows. I've tried this a couple times. And I'm going to show you the end result at the end. So maybe it will be a good fit for you. Okay, so what you'll need is, you need to start with nothing on your brows. And I actually have some pencil on my brows from an appointment I went to earlier today. And you're going to need a spoolie, just a Q-tip like this, okay? And that's just in case you make a boo-boo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my hair behind my ears here so we can get in there. I'm going to take a cotton swab like so. And I'm going to go in there with some Bioderma and just clean it up. Again, you can do this. I actually have face makeup on, but this is not going to affect my face makeup because I'm just going to be doing my brows. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to clean up whatever I have on there. Okay, go over and do the other side. Yeah, it's really important that you don't have any skincare on. If you don't, make sure you don't have any makeup on. And yeah, any oil, anything like that. Again, take another one just to make sure. Now you can see I have very challenging brows, okay? You can see that this one has some hair, right? A good amount of hair here, but none in the front. So this is an old microblading or a micro powdering here. This one has barely any hair, and I have no idea why. I think maybe it has something to do with my thyroid. And so it has an old microblading and an old micro powdering on there too. The last time, and it's probably been about a year that I went and had a microblading, a micro powdering done on my brows, okay? And that usually lasts for, I don't know, quite a bit, a good year. But then it just, over time, it just fades. And I think the older my skin gets, the harder anything is to adhere to it. So, okay. All right, so they're cleaned off. Again, this is in the color brunette. They have several different shades. I thought maybe this would be a little too dark for me, but you can see how dark my brows are, okay? And when it goes on, it can be very alarming. It looks like it's very dark, but I can tell you once you take it off, it's not that dark. Okay, so I'm probably gonna leave this on my eyebrows for 3 minutes. The first time I did this, I left it on for 1 minute, and it looked great. But then I felt like I needed to do it the next day again. So I have found if I leave it on for like 3 minutes, I can get away with a couple of days without putting anything on my brows, okay? And I'm gonna show you exactly how I apply it. So I go in. Again, I can show you the spoolie. I try not to make it too gunky looking, that it looks just like this. Okay, you can see the angle on there. And I'm going to go in, and I'm going to be looking down here in the mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go and just follow my brow shape. I'm going to start at these ends here. So I like to go in and really where the area where it's very sparse and I like it a little bit darker, I start there. So that would be at the tail and also at the arch area. Because now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the front part of my brow, and in there I go a little bit lighter because I don't want it looking too dark and too hard looking there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of tap it here. So when you're done with the brow, it should look something like that. Now, if you happen to have made a mistake, just take your spoolie and go in there and just make sure you clean up any edges. Okay? It's very forgiving. You don't have to, it's not going to stain it right away. You really need to leave it on there. Let's go in and do the other brow. And can you see how I'm just kind of tapping that there? So again, it should look something like that when you're completely done. Now I did make a little bit of a smudge here, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean that up. And you can see how easily that wiped away. So do me a favor, if you're gaining any value from this video, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and you can see when I upload a new video once a week. So what I do is I upload one long video per week, and then I upload 3 shorts per week. I also have a guide it's a free guide, it's in my description box below, and it's my guide to healthy glowing skin and healthy hair. And it's just some of the products that I've used over the years where I found like it really has helped me. It's helped my skin and it's helped my hair. So if that interests you, you can grab that down below. So I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to set it for like 2.5 minutes now because I've been talking for like 30 seconds. And then we'll come back and we'll see how it looks, and I'll show you what it looks like when I take it off. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about roughly 3 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this cotton pad and we're going to remove it. You know what, let me start over here first. I want you to be able to see. Now it's important, if you want this to last, not to go in there and like use any type of exfoliator on there, on your brows, because that will remove it. So even if you did get too dark, that's the one way that you could remove it, would be with using an exfoliator on there. So can you see how that brightened up that brow? It's not completely covered and doesn't look that hard. And you can see it turns a very odd, like bluish type color, almost like green looking when it oxidizes. But it does not stay that color. And I would, if I were you, I would start with the brow that needs the most help. So if you have a particular brow where it's like one side has less hair like mine does and has more gray, then I would start with that brow. I'm telling you, it's been a lifesaver this summer from just popping this on and doing it like every couple of days. Only because when I go out in the heat and it's been so ungodly hot that it seems like the first thing that gets removed are my brows. So I feel like this just really just kind of helps it, doesn't make it too dark. Okay, so the Wonder Brow comes in 3 different shades. I'm sorry, I thought it came in more like 5 different shades, but it has, and I'll read to you exactly. It has blonde, it has brunette, is what I'm using right here, is this color. And then it also has dark brunette. So if you have a lot darker brow than I would probably go with that. But if you have the same color brow as I do, even a little bit lighter, I would say go with the brunette, because I really don't feel like it's over pigmented, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't look too red. It really just is a nice brown color, you know? And again, don't forget to grab that guide. You can grab that in the description box below, and that is my guide for healthy skin and glowing. That's my guide for healthy glowing skin and healthy hair. And thank you so much for watching. If you gained any value, again, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.